And now Joe Burrow and company begin at their own 9. Dolphins going to bring 4. Burrow step out of his own end zone, taking a shot near side. Higgins. Boy, all that athleticism.
They all want to come out here. They love playing football, and they want to go out there and play well.
Burrow's going to go play action. Got Chase. Chase, first down. Able to find that edge as he works on Dante Trader.
That's one of the big problems for the Bengals and their lack of success.
Burrow steps up in the pocket, completes. Chase away with no points, just incredible. One of the reasons why they were shut out for the first time in a number of years. Burrow puts some air under it. Higgins, touchdown.
Oh, this is so good. I mean, so good. Left foot, drag with the right foot. I mean, you can't, there is nothing that Jack Jones could possibly do when you throw the ball in that position and with that kind of body control. That frustrated a lot of defensive coordinators across the National Football League.
Ewers airs it out again. He gets it to Jalen Waddle. First catch here. Got an interim GM with Champ Kelly, with Stephen Ross, big decisions to make as the owner. This is Achane weaving his way. Achane, the speedster, takes it to the house. 48 yards. And Miami.
This is the Dolphins offense at their best, and you get the combination blocks. And just look at these linemen getting to that next level. They cut off the entire inside part of the defense. Look at that lane. And I'm sorry, I played safety in this league. That is a tough ask, and that was excellent effort by Wilson to get that downfield block.
Chase Brown, good blitz pickup, high pass from Burrow. Had his sight line altered a little bit with that rush. Gets it out to Chase, but not much happening after the catch. Burrow, quick release. Quick decision-making, gets it to Chase and Arch. That's what makes this even more frustrating. You look at
but now he's got to try to navigate 3rd and about 7.
Fires near side, and it is Waller. Boy, he's made a couple of big plays for his young quarterback.
Good to see him get a good start to this game with the first 2 catches.
Yeah, Waller missing those 4 games with the pectoral injury. Ewers, little boot action, completes. Cedric Wilson hit perfectly in stride by the rookie quarterback.
Injuries, unfortunately. He never really had a chance to play a full season healthy.
This is Ewers. Once again, looking in the direction of Waddle.
I think you got to remind yourself that even though you have the guy at quarterback that you want, you have to put together an entire football team if you want to accomplish and get to the Super Bowl and win yourself a championship.
Have to answer in the coming weeks. 3rd and 2. Burrow protected, put some air under it, and it is caught. Yosivash coming across the middle, and Yosivash with a first down catch and run.
It does open things up for the running back and the tight ends in this offense as well.
Burrow faking to P. Ryan, and then P. Ryan on the check down. He's going to have a first down.
Hasn't been as consistent, and that's something that needs to show up in this game against Joe Burrow.
Yeah, middle of the pack in terms of sacks is this Miami defense. Jamar Chase got into that little fracas with a couple of weeks back. Burrow evades the sack, and he's buried nonetheless. Boy, Miami, excellent pursuit. Chop Robinson and Kenneth Grant finally get to Burrow, as Evan McPherson having a career best season in terms of field goal percentage. 45-yarder off the upright and in.
You know, they seem to give up the big play at the wrong time, especially you look at some of these 4th quarter losses that they've had.
Waller, another big first down catch.
To me is where the Bengals have fallen short. It's not that they chose to pay the offense, but they haven't developed all these young picks.
Ewers, beautiful ball. Gets it to Waddle, then it came out. Let's see how the officials rule this here. It was Ingold who fell on the football. Good pursuit from the Dolphins Pro Bowl fullback. Ewers over the middle again. It's Waddle breaking free. Waddle down to the 12-yard line as he's starting to cook for this offense.
You know, not playing in an air raid offense, but going somewhere where he can learn some concepts to the pro game was important.
Washington has blockers, and Washington pounds it in for the touchdown.
Well, great misdirection. They're going to fake pulling this way, run, and then they're going to hand it off going this way. And watch number 55 again, the center, Aaron Brewer. He leads the way. He is so athletic, so mobile.
So 2 minutes left in the half. Joe Burrow and company down 4 as they play with 2 timeouts left. From the Miami 49, Burrow delivers to Chase. That's going to get him inside the Dolphins 40. First down, Bengals. Miami brings 5. Burrow steps up in the pocket. What a pass. Gets it to his tight end. Sample. First down and more. Sample. Going to turn the corner down inside the 10. But that was all Burrow. That was Quentin Bell, practice squad guy who's gotten some more reps. Pirine bangs it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. So the penalty got him a little closer, and then it is Pirine.
Well, just the double team blocks inside. Excellent job in here and here. And they just clear it out. The double teams, there's no linebacker at the second level, and Pirine. I feel as if McDaniel, obviously it's not as extensive with what you're going to see with Tua, but he's not calling this game just to protect yours. He's letting him throw the ball down the field a little bit.
Undrafted, elevated from the practice squad, making his NFL debut. Quick delivery, Greg Dulcich. Football is loose. Cincinnati recovers.
Had an interception last week, and he just puts his right arm on the football. Dulcich doesn't secure it. Boy, that's a big play by a defense. Big unsportsmanlike last week against Pittsburgh, but he is the real deal.
Got a taunting penalty with the Dolphins down big in that game. Chase Brown's going to be a little bit short of the line to gain. So fresh set it down for the Bengals. Chase Brown, lone setback alongside Burrow, who plays from the gun. Burrow goes through his reads. Steps up in the pocket. The pocket mobility as good as any quarterback in the sport, and throws a strike. Chase, textbook Burrow.
Yet in this game consistently.
First and goal, Burrow far side. Brown turns, extends, and he is in for the Bengals touchdown.
Brown is going to be in the slot number 30. And watch Brooks. He goes to the outside shoulder. Brown has the awareness to spin.
Again, watching too, it's been interesting. Very animated, vocal, trying to help his rookie quarterback. Ewers throws a pass, deflected and picked. Barrett Carter was in the perfect place. And so the Dolphins with back-to-back turnovers. It was Theo Weiss, the intended target. And not trying to build on this 10-point lead. As they begin at the Dolphins 35. Burrow goes back to Brown, breaking a tackle inside the 15. And all the way down to the 11. As he continues to try to prop up his rookie teammate. First and 10, Bengals from the Miami 12. Brown, but nearly untouched as he waltzes in for the touchdown.
Different than the first half, but a little bit of page of the Miami run game playbook. Watch the climbing that you get inside, and there's just nobody home. And start to attack and get down the field.
They're set up for the screen. Boy, nice play right. Slips a tackle. And he's got a lot of green grass. That's a big-time play from Wright.
A big body receiver, but they just haven't been able to connect yet in this one.
On third down, that is caught. Dulcich trying to atone for the fumble. But I don't believe he's got the first down. They're going to mark him short.
To the media, but I would agree with Chase Brown. I think it's a whole lot to do with nothing, and we're going to see a great version of Joe Burrow next season.
Burrow fires down the field. Boy, they had to come back for it. It was Chase. That was a compliment.
Thank you.
Burrow near side, wide open. And the Chase Brown show continues.
He's trying to tell them to bump it, bump it. Somebody go out with Brown. Nobody hears it, nobody sees it, and that's how you get Chase Brown all by himself. Consider this a pretty nice day at the office for Chase Brown. What's that, 3 touchdowns?
In the quarter, taking advantage of the multiple takeaways. And with their rookie quarterback at the controls, Ewers from the gun. Can they make this a game here? Down the stretch, Ewers pass, and net is picked.
Oh, my.
Jalen Davis ready to pounce.
Well, he's trying to give Waddle a one-on-one chance, but this is, you can't play this any better than Jalen Davis, the former undrafted 5th year, and, you know, he's played a lot here in about the last 4 weeks, and the same exact thing happens here. 3 giveaways.
Chase Brown again breaking tackles as he's playing with energy in those legs. Going to get himself inside the Cincinatti, but eventually took over the reins, had a career year as Burrow slinging one to the end zone. It's Gesicki.
As if there's one safety in the middle of the field and then dropping their safeties back, and Burrow has been checking it down all day. Finally, there's so many different, you know, there's so many uncertainties with what's happening. You know, both of these football teams really had a good chance to really try to make something special at the end of this season, but fell short, and it was just too much for this football team to overcome.
Play action from Ewers, going to sling one near side of the field as he locates Waddle. Crazy as it sounds, we probably haven't talked enough about the absence of Tyreek Hill as Washington slips a tackle, going to get inside the 15 and all the way down to the 13-yard line to get the Dolphins a first down. His intended receiver, Weiss. This is right on a pitch, and he's going to get in for the Miami touchdown. And what will be their 2nd straight miss of the NFL postseason. Zach Taylor's Bengals turn a 3-point halftime lead